Here we are with Emily Chambers, a rising senior at Loyola University Maryland. So Emily, what attracted you to study at Loyola University?
I really found to love Loyola because of the Jesuit values that they incorporate through the curriculum and also the many opportunities to serve on campus and off campus through CCSJ. I thought that was a really great opportunity because many classes incorporate service into their curriculum, which was great. And I also think the student professor relationships that are able to happen because of such small class sizes at Loyola really enhances one's ability to learn.
Okay, great. So why did you decide to concentrate on materials engineering?
So back in high school, I did an internship at Johns Hopkins, and I was able to do a project testing various temperatures of field hockey sticks and various uses of field hockey sticks. And that was in the materials engineering department at Hopkins. So because I had that previous background in materials research, when I came to Loyola, I was able to start undergraduate research from day one of my freshman year, which was a really unique opportunity and experience for me because the more that I researched, the more would enhance my studies and vice versa. And I think that Loyola offers a lot of undergraduate research, not only in the engineering department, but of various varying departments across campus, which is really awesome. I also noticed that the more I learned about materials, the more I was able to find and see God throughout different walks of life or different organisms, I guess. When I first learned about dislocations in the microstructure of materials, I immediately thought that that was planted there by God and that I was finding God in all things, literally, through the research of hardness testing and the like.
One of the real benefits of studying engineering at Loyola are the ample opportunities to work on a research project with a faculty member. Please tell us about your research with Dr. Pond.
So I've had the privilege to work with Dr. Pond since my first semester of freshman year at Loyola, and I've been engaged in research either through work study or receiving credit through the engineering department, and I've worked with Dr. Pond on various research projects, some doing hardness testing. Currently I'm working on an ancient Greek body armor interdisciplinary project. And it's been a huge privilege to be able to work with Dr. Pond and establish a relationship based on and revolving around our research. So I can describe the research a little bit more. And the first project entailed testing the degree of sensitization of aluminum alloys, and through that we were using the Rockwell hardness tester, and also I was using the polishing wheel before we tested our specimens. I wanted to prepare them. So the benefit of using or having independent research with Dr. Pond was that I not only got to use the equipment that we used in our labs more often than I would just during the one course, but I could also use machines that we didn't necessarily use during our lab courses, so I was getting a more broad view of all the equipment that our engineering department has access to. The secondary project that was linked with the aluminum alloys project was the need for an ultrasonic contact impedance hardness tester, and or the UCI as you can call it, and that basically is so that we can have non-invasive testing in the field. So this is a portable hardness tester, and after we obtained this, we discovered that the stability was non-negligible in the testing. So I designed a holster for the tester so that the testing would be able to be replicated in field for the testing of aluminum alloys. And then the final project that I've been working on now, I started this past summer through the Hallber Fellowship, and this is an undergraduate research opportunity for Loyola students in the STEM fields, and I applied with a history student, and we worked on this interdisciplinary project of recreating and testing historic Greek body armor. So this was kind of a strange project for the engineering department to embark on, but it was really exciting because we were able to connect the history department and the engineering department and doing historical research to find what kind of arrows were used, what kind of armor was used, and the velocities and the masses of both the arrows and their shafts. And from there, we were able to design and build a catapult to test the bronze armor that we cast and to test the linen armor that we recreated. And we're also in the process of casting our own bronze arrowheads to mount onto the arrow shafts. And I've continued this research from this past summer into the school year.
From the perspective of a rising senior, tell us about some of your favorite experiences here at Loyola.
So one of my favorite experiences was through the Center for Community Service and Justice, or CCSJ, and through CCSJ I was able to serve at the Sandtown Habitat for Humanity, and I really loved being able to learn about the Sandtown Winchester community, and I also did an internship at this same Habitat for Humanity in high school, so it was really great to be able to continue the same relationships with a lot of the staff members at Habitat and still maintain relationships with the community members of Sandtown. Another great opportunity through CCSJ was their spring break outreach trip, and I was able to go to West Virginia and learn about the effects of coal mining and fracking on the environment, and this was really great for me to be able to spend my spring break in this way and to be with a bunch of other students that I wouldn't necessarily encounter on campus, but service was able to connect us together and was able to let us learn in a different way that the classroom doesn't necessarily provide. Another great experience I have encountered here is when I was serving on SGA, the Student Government Association. I had the opportunity to plan the first ever sustainable Loyola Palooza, which is a big concert on the quad in the spring, and it's kind of like a festival, a mini festival for Loyola. And it was really great to see how faculty, administrators, students that are involved in the Student Government Association or not involved in the Student Government Association, they were all able to come together and work towards having a zero waste event and reducing our energy consumption at the event as well. So that was really cool to be able to help plan it and then see it come to fruition on the day of the event. I think another cool opportunity I've experienced at Loyola was the Vigil for Justice in light of Freddie Gray, and that was this event that we had out on the quad, and we were able to basically talk about our own experiences and our backgrounds and how, regardless of where we come from, we have to recognize our interconnectedness and recognize our own privilege, especially in light of the Freddie Gray situation in Baltimore. Similarly, there was a prayer, an interfaith prayer for Paris, and this was really neat to see the Catholic, Muslim, and Jewish community come together and pray for our world, pray for Paris, and pray for one another in hopes that we can move towards peace and move towards justice in the world.
Okay, and finally, any advice for prospective students as they consider studying at Loyola?
Yes, I would definitely recommend doing a pre-fall orientation program. I personally did not participate in any of the pre-fall programs, but I know there are great opportunities to meet new people before attending to Loyola and get accustomed to either the Baltimore community or the college campus atmosphere. I know there are opportunities through the Outdoor Adventure Experience, or OAE, and also service pre-fall orientation program, so I would highly recommend them. They seem really awesome. And once you're at Loyola, I would also recommend still being involved with OAE and CCSJ because they give you a different experience of Baltimore itself, but then also various parts of Maryland or the regions around Maryland where you can explore or serve in any way that you might feel inclined to do so. And then another huge opportunity I would recommend is definitely exploring the ways that you can learn more about your own faith or learn about other faiths on campus. There are varying Bible studies you can get involved with or worship services. I know on Sundays we have at least 3 different masses, maybe even 4 masses that occur throughout the day. And there are also different communities throughout the week that you can establish a connection with, which would really enhance your experience at Loyola. And I think being involved with that faith community allows you to interact with people you might not necessarily see in your classes or see, they might not be in your dorms and things like that, but the way that you're able to connect around your faith, whatever your faith may be, is a really unique experience, I would say.
Okay, great. Thank you for your time, Emily.
Of course.